Hi guys, so this is from our first tune-in session, which we're going to go on and have for our first project, which as I talked about is about what does it mean to be alive. So it's centered around what it means to be alive. What does it mean to be alive is our key question in this project, and that's what we'll be researching. So it'll be there'll be a key focus on the human body, and so if you notice, a lot here is actually to do with the human body. And as I mentioned, guys, a lot of this won't make sense to you, but some of it might. So don't be put off by some of the complex sentences, even if some of the words make sense to you. So for example, healthy man, that's what it means to be alive, right? So whatever makes sense to you will be different for everybody. Different things will make sense for different people. So if we read through this, a healthy man is a set of organs. So organs, what it means to be alive, we have organs in our body. So you could pick out any words from here, anything that makes sense to you, anything you find particularly interesting. You might want to note that down to research it. Or if there's some questions that come up by looking at this for you. So for example, from our session today, so I'm just gonna share something with you now. So yeah, for example, from our session today, I actually thought what was really interesting, one of the things I found really interesting was this image over here. I mean, I thought it shows how amazing, whoops, it's kind of had a bit of a glitch there. So it shows how amazing, for me, that's what it shows, is how amazing the human body actually is. So how amazing the human body is. So for me, it showed how amazing the human body is and what it can do. So the things we can't do today, sorry, so the things we can't do today that we might be able to do tomorrow. So it's advanced capabilities, for example, like people walking on fire is so amazing. MYP actually did raise a chair off the ground by a few centimeters. So it's a case of physics. So I'm really interested in that. And what Ibrahim had asked as soon as he saw this was, is that possible? So that's a question. Is that possible? And he wasn't sure if it was. So he was really amazed to hear that MYP had actually tried that out. So so that's what I'd like you to do, guys, is come up with questions and any points that you notice on here, whatever comes to mind. So start noting that down ahead of next session. So you've got two things to note down: things that this image reminds you of, about what it means to be alive, about being human, and also any questions that it causes you to ask, like how this image over here, it prompted Ibrahim to ask if that's possible. So you'll also have many questions, like treat your body like a temple, it says here. How can we do that? So these kind of things, these are some of the questions that you might come up with. So have a good go at that, guys. A lot of it might not make sense to you, but whatever makes sense, note that down. Because as you remember in the tune-in session, we simply go into what we already know and what questions we have. So this is the very first stage of our project on what does it mean to be alive, which is going to be centered around the human body. Okay, guys, see you next session.